Alright, so now everything's done. Let's just make some minor changes. You can make your grammatical changes. This is just for example, so you can email me at 1090 or you can click on these links below and hit the full stop and all that right here. You can put a space after the full stop. Alright, my contact or questions and all that. So let's save it. Let's save that. I'm sorry about that. And okay, so yeah, the main.js. So everything's perfect. Let's put a build on it, right? So let's terminate the thing and npm run build. These are very important. Whatever we're doing from further on is very important for you to host it. Any mistake you make, there will be a lot of errors. It will not build, it will not deploy, so then that will be a problem. So be very careful when you do this. So npm run build. Okay, so once the build is done, a very important thing for you to do now is to head over to your files right here, and you can see that a build folder is created as soon as it finishes building. So if you don't do this, you will get an error in Netlify, because when you use routers in React, we need to specify this one particular thing where in build, right click, create a new file called underscore redirects. So this is very important. This is a folder, this is a file that to put inside a build, a redirects file. So you right click on it, new file, redirects, underscore redirects, inside of the build folder. Now inside of this, what you need to do is put a backslash star or a asterisk there, put like some 3 spaces and exactly 3 spaces, so 1, 2 and 3, and put another backslash and say index.html, and then give 2 spaces again and then put 200, save this. Now once this has been done, go to your Google Chrome, go to GitHub, and in GitHub we will be creating a new repository. So if you haven't logged in, log in, and you can go ahead to your profile or your repositories, and in your repository let's create a new repository, and in this new repository I'm going to call it as my port, or can do a hyphen, so portfolio. Alright, so now I've created the repository, and as usual we will be going ahead. You can go to your git bash or you can do it in your terminal right here. So firstly it is git init, so it's all right here. So it's git init, but it's not git add readme.md, it's git add dot, which will add all basically. So git init, then you say git add a dot, which will add everything. That was a lot. Now I am going to clear it because there's no space, you can't see it. Okay, so just before I clear it, I can put another thing. So the next one shall be git commit. So git commit m first commit is the message I want to put. So this has also been done. I'm just going to clear it for now because there's no space, because you can't see it, and then go ahead to copy this, git remote add origin, copy this entire thing and right click or paste inside your terminal. That has been done. The last and the final one is git push u origin master. I'm going to paste that right here in my terminal. So you don't have to go to your git bash, you can just do it right here because you're already in that particular folder. You don't have to do the cd and go to that particular directory and all that, so it's just simpler here. That's the biggest advantage of Visual Studio Code. You can minimize this for now and reload the page where you created it. You can see all the folders and the files are here. Everything's here. You can make changes in your readme. Then next I'll be going to my Netlify account. I'm just going to say Netlify. Go to the first link, netlify.com. I'm going to say get started in seconds. I will be connecting obviously to my GitHub as we did previously. It is the same steps. Now it might ask to authorize, so please go ahead and give your username, password, authorize it. Very simple. You can see that we have our two apps right here. I'm going to say new site from Git. I'm going to go to GitHub. I'm already authorized, so you might get it. I'm going to say my portfolio and deploy site. That's it. That's all you have to do. It is a single page application, no backend, nothing, and it's still moving around. Everything's happening, so nothing to worry about. Super simple, a super simple UI to be created as well. You can wait for a few minutes, change the site settings. You can change the site name. You can change it to something as Varun, or you can put your name. So Varun to be at portfolio. It's available, so that's good. Alright, it's already done. I'm gonna go. Okay, so it looks like you found a broken link or entered a URL that does not exist. So let's go back to our site. It's giving us an error. Let's reload and try again. Okay, so it's giving us a broken link. It's giving us an error. Let's try to fix this up. So what you can do is, you can go here ahead and go to this particular blog where it says deploy React app in less than 30 seconds in the Netlify account, the Netlify app itself. So just type Netlify for React, that will be the first link. And you can see here that you can just copy this. We might have made a simple mistake in our redirects. This might not be the right one. So let's save this right here. And if not working, please go ahead and do this. So the profile should be somewhere here. So once you have done all of this, it will give you an error. This happens sometimes. So in your redirects, you have to put this out. So once you have done this, just copy, paste it, save it. This might be an error you get sometimes. Once you have done this, you have to. Okay, so once you have done the changes to the redirects, when you copy pasted it, this is the exact thing. Just copy paste it from there, so we make no mistakes with the space and whatever it is. You should come here, and instead of typing everything again, saying git init and all that, you can just press the upper arrow key. Go on pressing the upper arrow key. So after git init, you can move the upper and lower arrow keys. So you can change the commands which you have typed earlier, so it will be stored as a memory. Now after git init, we have to git add. After this, it is again upper arrow keys. You can see what all we have done. Then git commit. So this time it's not the first commit, it will be my second commit. So that will be my second commit. After this, I have to again put the yes, it already exists, so you don't have to do that. And then right after this, I'm going to push it to the origin master. Now again, so everything's up to date. The master has been set up. Now you can go back. you don't have to make changes here, and you don't have to make changes Netlify. It automatically happens. So you can go here and see that site details, and you can actually go to your overview here. You can see that it is already been deployed again, that it has been published. You don't have to do anything, it automatically happens. So when you push it right here to your GitHub, it automatically happens right here. It should be working now. So let's click on the link. It should be working perfectly fine. I will also add this in a document so that you don't get these errors again. But go ahead, check this out. You can go type as Netlify, or yeah, you can do this, page React not found, or you can go ahead and Google something like Netlify for React. Once you do that, you get this link right here. You can check this document up for what happens with the router. It's quite interesting and it works perfectly fine. So I can go here, can go to about, can go to contacts, can go to home. Now if you want to increase the size of the icon right here or the logo, you can make those changes and do the same thing all over again. That is git init. You don't have to do git init, you just have to directly git add dot. Then you can do the third commit. Then you can finally push it to the master. Actually, let's go ahead and do that so that even you see how it works. So I'm going to my index.js, and here I will increase the size of my index.css. I'm going to increase the size of my logo to, let's say, 2 rem. So once I've done that, so go ahead to your terminal, and in your terminal make these particular changes. That will be git add dot. So if you made some changes, git add dot, and after this you have to say git, or I'm just going to press the upper arrow key so you'll find it, git commit third commit. This will be my third commit. Now after this, so I see it's one file has changed. That is the file that we changed is this index.css, where we made it to 2 rem, and right after this it's finally we push it to the origin master. You don't have to make any changes. Netlify does everything for you. So if you go to your overview right here in your this website right here, you can see once it has been deployed, will make its respective changes. So let's reload it. You can see the third commit right here. It does everything on its own, so it will be working on its own in the back. So it's building right now, and it will be published very soon. It's already been published. It's very fast. So let's go ahead. Now you can see that this size has increased. The font size is clearly increased. You can make it bigger. So when I click this contact home, everything works perfectly fine. So I hope you figured out the error as well. If the errors have come before or later on, then you can make those changes as I said earlier. So that's about it.